do Costinha na mesa, sentiu-se aqui um jogador.
Posse de bola para Portugal, vai Éder, chuta, chutou!
All right, welcome to the Portugal Corner. Let's talk about soccer. What's up, guys?
Hey.
Hello.
Alrighty, we are back after watching the Champions League, and this was a boring round.
Yeah.
Amendments and notes from last week, guys. Gerson Rodriguez scored in the previous week. I mentioned him. I didn't look him up. He scored a winning goal in the 90th minute.
This guy's hot.
Gerson Rodriguez.
The Luxembourg guy?
Yeah, the Luxembourg guy. You want to get into it?
No, I want to shout out everybody.
Okay.
We got to do all the shout outs.
Do the shout outs. Go.
Shout out to mommy for making the spaghetti and
Yes.
meatballs.
Yeah, we ate spaghetti
Connie's
before.
cooking. What up? Send some sweet spaghetti and meatballs our way.
Yeah, and to all of our new listeners, thank you.
Yeah,
To all of you at home eating spaghetti while listening to this.
Yeah.
New and old listeners, I do.
And especially the old ones.
Hell
the
yeah.
ones that have been our day ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy in Holland. We know you're still listening.
I
Yeah.
hope so.
Shout him out a couple times.
Yeah.
Alrighty, Champions League. We are in the strange predicament of covering both the first and second legs of Chelsea, Porto, and Bayern PSG, all in one pod, just
Okay.
because of the way the days fell.
Let's get hot.
Alrighty. So in the first leg, Bayern play PSG with a 3-2 win. Bayern did not have their big man up front, Lewandowski. He's
Your boy.
injured. Yeah, he's my boy.
Evan's vote for Ballon d'Or. And Evan does have a vote.
Every year. Send it Lewandowski's way. So in the first game still, Mbappe bags a brace and Marquinhos scores a great goal. Neymar chips the ball up to him and he just controls it beautifully and finishes right in front of the net.
Yep.
For a center back,
Yep.
damn, that was great.
Control of a forward. Composure.
Better
Control of
than
a Brazilian.
Neymar was today.
Yeah, Neymar played pretty good today,
He
but
did, but he didn't finish.
hit the post, I think, twice.
Yeah. Muller and Choupo-Moting score in the first leg. It ended 3-2. Today, we only had a 1-0 game with Choupo-Moting striking again. It ends 3-3 on aggregate with PSG on the advantage.
For me, the thing about this tie, Mbappe, this guy's a star. He's there now. He burned Bayern
Yeah.
a few times.
And that one offside that the linesman called, I thought it was total bullshit. I don't know what.
Today in this game,
Yeah,
it
that
looked
was
pretty
close.
on.
Yeah.
And then the other note is, PSG's going through, and Keylor Navas, I feel like, saved their ass a bunch of times.
Yeah,
He made a lot of
he
good
did.
saves. He was a big presence in that for them.
So does that mean Danilo was lacking as a defender because all these shots were getting through, or is Bayern just that good?
I think when you have guys like Sane, Lewandowski, all these weapons, they're going to get some shots, and they're going to get
There
some
was that one
chances.
Alaba goal, or not goal, one Alaba shot that came in from distance, and man, that had some power on it.
Yeah. And Munich, they pretty much got the league wrapped up. They played a very weak team over the weekend with even Tiago Dantas from Benfica is played it and even
they
got
played
in.
a bunch
I
of
don't
kids.
think the league's wrapped up for them yet.
It's close.
It's a little bit close. They still got some work to do.
But anyways, they gave it all for this tie, and Paris was able to hold them off.
Yeah, I guess there will not be a repeat champions for the Champions League. Okay, now to the big games: Chelsea versus Porto. So in the first game, both games were played in Sevilla because I guess COVID restrictions on countries. First game, Mason Mount scores a great goal off a wicked roulette turn into the net, and he shoots it far side. And then Ben Chilwell takes advantage of a Jesus Corona mistake and ends up in front of the net all alone, and he finishes. The first game, Porto looked strong. They looked like they couldn't connect, but they did well.
They came out the gate really strong. They had a lot of chances, but that Mason Mount goal, his touch, his first touch with the spin was beautiful. It was probably one of the nicest goals I think I've seen him do.
He's such a good midfielder.
I was gonna say they clearly missed Sergio Oliveira and Taremi. They had nothing going forward.
Yeah, and we see today Sergio starts the game. He was suspended. Taremi came on late. Was he also suspended or was he injured?
I think he's suspended
Yeah,
because he had
was
the red
suspended.
card.
Oh,
right?
yeah, the red card against Juve. So both of them came back for the second leg. Taremi came on late, and he was
And then
looking
what did he
hot.
do? And then what did he
He
do?
was looking hot. Fast forward to the 90th plus minute, Taremi scores a fantastic bicycle kick off the shin.
A shinner.
Shinner.
A little too little, too late though.
Way
shit
too
game
little,
besides
way
that.
too late. Yeah, it was not.
Sorry.
It was not very exciting.
It
Port-
looked like for both ties that Porto was just trying to hold 0-0 for
Yeah.
both of them, like just based off the way they played.
I think Chelsea's just so reserved and defensive. That was like their plan going into it, and Porto just played like just into the pressure, and they couldn't do anything.
Yeah, I think first game was key. You could kind of tell Porto was trying to hold a result or at least a tie
Yeah,
because they didn't have a couple of their guys missing, and they would rather do it in the next leg. That being said, I fail to believe that Sergio Oliveira has that much influence on the game. When I see him play for Portugal, the guy looks terrible. And then on Porto, I guess he's just this world beater where he's like, he is the team.
yeah. Maybe he feels the pressure to hold it up, whereas on Portugal, he feels like he's definitely not one of the top guys.
Yeah, there's other big stars that are gonna carry it.
He's also not that good.
Yeah,
Oh!
He is a perfectly
He
good
takes
midfielder.
penalty shots.
yeah,
gets
that's
him
what
a lot
I'm
of
trying to
And-
say. Like, how is he the guy that's dictating how well Porto does? Like, yes, he had a monster game against Juventus.
Yeah, I see what you're
But
saying.
like, you know what I mean? Like,
I think Pepe's the guy who dictates.
like how do you just come out so flat just because you're missing this guy?
Mhm.
Like, you know?
I think
and that's-
Taremi was a big loss too.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
feel like I don't see him do any. I feel like he's a little bit of Seferovic, where he just shows up and he scores. But
But he's
I-
available for this game, and then they only
Yeah.
put him on the 85th minute or
Yeah.
something. Like what?
maybe 60
That
yeah,
didn't make
60,
sense.
yeah, it was like 60th or 70th.
But yeah, that was I don't know why.
I thought he would have started for sure.
Mariga's useless.
Yeah, Marega looked useless
Today, yeah, he didn't really.
Yeah,
show
he did
up.
not have a good game.
I think the game plan must have been like just run Marega like a horse. Hopefully, we get a penalty or something because Marega draws penalties because he's
Yeah.
a big, strong guy. So maybe there's that, you know. And then also like I always thought like just watching Portland League, like isn't Luis Diaz one of their weapons? Like
Yeah, he started
was
on the bench. I
but
think the
he's a
plan
deep
for him
guy.
was to come in late and be really, really fast and outrun people.
be effective as a
Yeah,
sub,
He
right?
but-
didn't look that effective. Even the last game, he didn't look that effective.
No, I don't know why they love Otavio so much. Just get rid of this guy. He sucks.
Yeah, he
The
looks
way,
garbage.
also the way or Chelsea defended and the way Porto kind of attacked, it wasn't like a tiring out attack for Chelsea. So then they were fine. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, bring on Luis Diaz. We can still run because like you haven't really been
Yeah, we're just
testing us all
sitting,
game.
We're just soaking in pressure.
Yeah, exactly. So that didn't really work out for them at all.
And Porto has 3 guys that Justin thinks are the exact same guy.
No, don't say that. That's not true.
Tecatito, Corona, Matthias, Otavio. It's all the same guy to him.
No, they also have Uribe.
And no, Matthias Uribe is one guy. You think this guys enough?
It's actually 5 guys. It's Tecatito, Corona, Mateus, Uribe, and Otavio.
Those are all
Yes.
5 different players, but you think you get them all mixed up.
No, they're 5 different guys. I know.
So tomorrow will be Liverpool and Madrid, as well as Manchester City and Dortmund.
Grab your beer.
Okay, moving on to the UEFA Europa League. Games weren't that crazy.
Sick.
Villarreal beats Dynamo Zagreb 1-0 with a penalty. Ajax takes the lead against Roma, and then Roma gets 2 goals in the second half. And Paulo Fonseca is looking good.
I thought Ajax was gonna win that game.
Oh, so did I. And then Arsenal versus Team Racismo, Slavia Prague. Arsenal took the lead very late in the game, 86th minute. And then Racismo's tied it up in 90 plus, and it ends
Yeah.
1-1.
That was rough.
Yeah, they couldn't do it. Of course,
Wow.
they let one in at the end.
Yeah, Arsenal couldn't represent the good guys.
Yeah.
They
No.
tried.
Yeah, it's Arsenal.
What's Arteta saying these days? Is he still just taking the blame for the whole team?
Taking the blame. Well,
Yeah,
yeah, he doesn't blame players. He's not an asshole like Mourinho.
Yeah. No, they've been doing all right, though. They've actually been in decent form.
Arsenal?
Yeah, they've been okay.
Where?
They haven't been too bad.
think
Before,
They just beat the worst team in the league, Sheffield.
before the Liverpool loss, they were on a pretty good trajectory.
I think no one's being blown away by their results. So
No, they're not.
there's always a section of fans who are like not happy with the manager. Others who are like give him time. So I think
Yeah.
that's how it's going with Arsenal.
I think he needs time and players that he wants.
And money. Arsenal doesn't give people that. And the last game was Manchester United versus Granada. Bruno Fernandes, Domingos Duarte, Rui Silva all play. Rashford scores in the 31st minute. Assist from Lindelof. Oh my god, that fucking first touch on Rashford. Oh,
I remember earlier that day you were saying that you didn't think Rashford was
I
that great
didn't.
of a player.
yeah. And then he came
That's
on.
what I remember. And then I was like, well, this guy just shut Evan up hard.
Did every time I talk shit about anyone, they fucking come back
That
so
happens to
hard.
me too.
Yeah.
Really
week.
good pass by Lindelof too, though.
Yeah, Lindelof coming into his own over there. Alex Teals comes on in the second half, kind of continue at it, and then in the 90th minute, Bruno gets slapped in the face. They get a penalty.
Whoosh.
And then we get the Portuguese standoff. Rui Silva in net. Bruno takes it. He doesn't do his little skip walk up. Rui Silva gets a little bit of it, and it's a goal. And Manchester win 2-0.
I'm sure Rui Silva would like to have that one back. It was right in his hands.
It was close.
He could have saved it.
But it was funny. It showed them talking at the end of the game, and it looked like Bruno actually had like a sore eye. Like it was a little bruised up.
Yeah, I believe on the weekend he had a black eye.
Yeah, I guess it was from this slap.
How can she slap?
Okay, Premier League continues. Manchester City still in first place with 74 points. United behind them with 63.
With a game in hand.
With a game in hand, so that could be 68. That's not too far away.
8 points.
Leicester's in third. West Ham is in fourth. Chelsea in fifth. Liverpool in sixth. Tottenham in seventh. And then we got Wolves all the way down in 12th. Let's get to the football, and we will start with the Mourinho derby. Manchester United beat Tottenham 3-1.
Yeah, pretty controversial first half with the slaps in the face going both ways. I think Rashford got hit in the face, and then Son got hit in the face, right?
Yeah, that Sun moment was a big talking point.
Yeah, well, like one of them got called and one of them didn't.
Yeah, but the Sun one is where they discounted the VAR, the goal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they went off after he got slapped and went down, and then they went on to score a goal, and then they checked the replay and it got VAR'd off. That was kind of a mood buster.
Yeah, I think especially for like the ref, like if you're gonna make that decision to like not call it once, like why? I don't know. It's weird to see a ref just change his mind and be like, you know what? No, I think it's like it looks like you're picking sides.
Well, if you get a closer look at it, he did get hit in the face, kind of hard. Not enough to go down and cry about it, but
yeah.
Yeah,
But why
strange.
why not call it the first time and then call it the second time? That's my point.
he probably didn't see it the first time.
Yeah, maybe not.
Yeah, for me, it's like a passage of play thing where it's like, how far do you go back, right? It's
Yeah.
like, oh, there was a foul back there. Well, we didn't pick it up. Well, now we can't pick it up. It's like how in hockey, they let a play, when you enter the zone, they let the play continue, and then the coach can challenge and be like, oh, actually it was offside when they entered 2 minutes ago, right?
Mhm.
And it's just like, it takes away like the spirit of the game, I guess.
Yeah, the flow.
So then after that was VAR'd off, Tottenham quickly reply with a goal. Kane lays it off to Lucas Moura, who sends it right to Son's feet in front of the net, and they score 1-0. And then that goes into the first half.
That was a really nice counterattack. They're great at counterattacks.
Yeah, they get one a game. That's it, and that's just not enough. Manchester United starts second half pretty strong. Cavani hits the net, and the rebound drops to Fred, the one and only Fred.
Your boy Fred. Mourinho's golden boy.
Mourinho's golden boy, the best the man can get.
Dude, Mourinho built
The
this
best of
team,
Fred
man.
can get.
Of course he got beat by his own team that he built.
He probably said that after. He's like, well, of course I lost. I built this team.
These are the all-stars that I signed.
Yeah.
United stick with it. Cavani comes in next. Cool header, man. Cavani.
Yo, he came flying in there.
Yeah, that was a beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful header.
Because if I was like, I would have just stretched my foot out and tried to poke it in. I wouldn't,
No,
like,
he's
oh,
going for glory,
It's in his
especially
head.
yeah.
especially after getting robbed earlier. So then it's 2-1, and in the 90th plus minutes, Greenwood picks up a nice short side effort, and they go up 3-1 and take the game.
I like that guy Greenwood.
He's good. He's a
Good kid.
solid kid.
Yeah.
Start the drama.
What happened started.
Oh.
I don't know what happened. What happened?
Yeah, Chris doesn't know
Fill me in
the
with the
ridiculousness of this Mourinho.
Justin
Oh,
has a prepared
shit.
statement.
I know Justin's got it right. No, I don't.
I summarized
Nice
it.
juice.
I summarized it in my head. After the game, Solskjaer's asked about what he thought about the foul. Solskjaer said he's never seen when a boy goes down like that, when he needs 10 mates and the doctors to come help him out. I'll tell you, if he was in my family, there would be no dinner for him. Something along those lines,
Yeah.
correct?
If
Oh,
it was
yeah.
my son, yeah.
If he was my son, there would be no food for him.
Yeah,
food,
he's
yeah.
eating
That's what he
cereal
said.
for dinner.
No food.
Yeah.
So then Mourinho,
Instead of talking about the game or tactics, this is his report.
Well, no, a reporter asked him what he thought of those comments.
Oh.
yeah, and Mourinho just picked the one part that was like not about the dive or anything. He's like, He's like, I'm glad that Son's father is a better man than Solskjaer because no matter what the circumstances, you always feed your children. That's the most important thing. And I just thought this is such a, like a Portuguese dad argument to just pick on the one thing that's like not really the point, but just be like, that was wrong. Actually, he would never do that.
What was he supposed to say about Son? That he shouldn't be on the ground for that long? Should he criticize Son instead?
No, he can't criticize Son.
So then he should talk about the stupid thing that Solskjaer said.
In a way, it was brilliant, like mastermind, but it just reminded me so much of like getting into an argument with your dad and just avoiding the entire conversation and being like, oh, that was like a bad analogy or something.
But the reporters wanted him to say something about the food thing.
Of course.
They're asking him about the comment that he made.
Yeah, but also when you watch it, the way Mourinho was just so serious about it. He was like deathly serious, like you always take care of your children. Like, come on, we're talking about football here in like a dive.
But doesn't that go to show you that it's like he's so like out of touch with like being competitive now that his head is just like he's not even being like professional. He's just like
I think he would
like,
always
that's
kind
very
of
unprofessional.
What? To say you should always feed your children?
I think he's just good at manipulating the media.
Yeah, he's probably good at that too. Yeah, because like even the commentator or whatever is like the way that they phrase the question, it's like they want him to do that, right?
Yeah.
And it's
of
like
course.
it's like he should show that he's a professional and like not give in to those questions.
But it is his old team and is the guy who took over his job, so I do think he wants to dig him. He always talks about how few trophies Solskjaer's won.
Yeah.
And like Solskjaer, I think, has come back and said there is like a beef between them. Solskjaer's come back and said, "Oh, some certain managers just build up their trophies for their own vanity or something like that."
Yeah.
And Mourinho, because Mourinho talks about like, well, I won 3 things. I think they're not really like they're not the Premier League, they're not the Champions League.
Yeah.
But to him,
Those are solid trophies, though.
what the
What,
things he won?
It was like Europa or like
Mhm.
FA Cup. Right?
FA Cup, Europa, and League Cup.
Yeah, those were good. And
Something.
So that's what he said. And then Mourinho fired back. Like, I think the big boss at Manchester United, Fergie, would agree with me that, you know, Manchester United is trying to win every trophy, right?
Yeah. All right.
Sure.
So it was a little personal. So
Yeah, it was personal too, right? But I just,
It's-
just the
kinda
picking
just
on the one little thing he
ridiculous.
said about, and then so Solskjaer's son came out today. I read
Yeah, I
an
saw
article.
this
He's
on
like,
social media.
I always get fed. Don't worry, I've eaten well, kind of thing.
Yeah. It's
But his
funny,
apparently
but
his teammates were ribbing him like, "Did you have your breakfast this morning? Are you okay?"
Daddy,
You had to come out strong on the
social.
The hobbitses always get fed.
I think it's crazier to say you wouldn't feed your kid one night.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Maybe it's like a weird Norwegian like kind of like
Norwegian thing.
because even Mourinho says like there's a Portuguese saying where you have bread is bread and eggs is eggs or something. No,
Cheese is cheese.
Cheese is cheese, right? So maybe the food, no food thing is like a Norwegian thing that they got translated wrong, you know?
Yeah, who knows?
Solskjaer's a weirdo.
But I wanted to talk more about Mourinho.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. So like Cristina told a story that came up on the internet that really epitomizes Mourinho's coaching style, which is in their Champions League winning season, his birthday I think was late in the year, coming in before the knockout rounds, and he went for a birthday party. He took the whole team out. He said he didn't want to take the team out, but they wanted to come. And then they lost their next game, even though it wasn't the next day, but they still ended up losing. And Mourinho picked on him, yelled at him, showed him some really tough love.
Oof.
And after
No,
Cristina,
he said like this is your fault.
yeah, this is your fault.
Ooh.
And he said, I'm transferring you this January. You're off the team.
Yeah.
And he was about to like leave the team and he was so upset. But really, Mourinho was just trying to he knew he wouldn't break because he knew he was like a strong guy.
Yeah.
So he was just trying to show the other players on the team, intimidate them, and kind of be like, we have to take this very seriously.
He was
right?
using a fear tactic.
He's using a fear tactic. He's using
I don't,
tough
I
love.
don't
He
think
uses
that's
all
right,
kinds
man.
of like old school tactics.
That's
But that's
fucked
old
up.
school. You know what I mean?
It's fucked up, but guess what? It worked that year.
They won the
They
Champions
won the
League.
goddamn Champions
But
League.
Shit.
I think this is the main thing with Mourinho that my friend Daniel keeps saying is that why he's so done is that he has an old school style of managing that just doesn't work anymore, and he won't adjust. He won't adapt.
This new generation's too soft.
They would
They'll
not
break.
take that. How
Yeah.
quickly would you think Dele Alli would break? How quickly
Yeah,
do you
very
think, you know,
quickly.
maybe not Harry Kane, but like
We're
you know, some of the
we're a
other
very
guys.
sensitive generation. I don't think that would go well.
Right.
Yeah, we get spaghetti fed to us every day.
Exactly. Got spaghetti and meatballs coming to us.
Players nowadays have to be like coddled, and you see since like Inter, maybe in Real Madrid he did okay, but that Chelsea team, he won 1 year. The next year, the team quit on him.
Yeah.
Very early on in Manchester United with Pogba, he lost Pogba. Pogba, he was like so mean to Pogba, and like their relationship was completely done.
Yeah.
And
Pogba's young. He's soft.
Yeah, and then now I feel like while the results were going good, everyone was on board, and now that they've stopped going well and they have no chance of winning the league, I think he's gonna lose this team too. you
Yeah,
know?
I think he's out at that.
I think it was never a good idea to go to Spurs. Like that
I
was
know.
never gonna turn.
I don't
out
know
well.
why Spurs thought it was a good idea to hire him.
I disagree. I don't know. I watched. You guys didn't watch the documentary, the Tottenham documentary?
Yeah.
Yeah, we watched that.
Dude, everybody respected him. Like when they got there, like they were all so happy that he came.
That's
and-
all
Of course, at
movie
first.
magic, my
it might
friend.
be a little fake. I hate
Movie
to say.
magic.
Yeah, but
It's Amazon at work.
I don't know. I don't spend as much time as the players do with him. So like, how do I
Yeah,
really
that's true.
know?
The type of profile of player though that he does get along with is that Harry Kane or Zlatan really loves
s-
him, right?
the
And these are the
strong-minded-
strong-minded guys who are
yeah.
like they don't get affected by those things. They want you to push them so that they can be better, right?
Yeah.
And other guys,
Do you think that did a lot to push Ronaldo in the Madrid years? Because he was there for what, 2 or 3 seasons with him?
second season he's always does the best, right? That's when they won the
La
league.
Liga?
But I think all those years they were like they made semifinals of Champions League. So they were getting close, but when Ronaldo got there, they were making nothing of Champions League. They were going like quarterfinals
Yeah.
and stuff, right? So he took them. To
No,
that
I'm
first
saying
step.
Ronaldo's development specifically, because he's like a very strong mentality player.
I think Ronaldo was going to be there regardless.
Yeah.
And I don't think Mourinho wasn't probably going to, like, he doesn't want to lose Ronaldo. He's not going to be too hard on Ronaldo.
Yeah, that's
Ronaldo has so much pull in Real Madrid, he could be like,
Yeah.
Get
you're
this guy
done.
out of
Yeah,
here.
you're done.
Well, you can just go talk to George Mendes. Yeah, I guess that's it for Manchester United. Oh man, breaking news. Wolves, Pedro Neto is ruled out for the next 6 months with a knee injury.
That's crazy.
Ouchie, wah wah.
Try and get one every app.
Yeah. Does that rule him out of the Euro as well?
Yeah,
Probably.
yeah,
Yes,
he is,
yes.
he is out of the Euro.
He's
That
very
is-
out of simple math will tell you that he's out of the Euro.
Damn it.
I got an
Yeah.
update on my phone the other day. I was like, no.
I know. So
He-
sad.
What this means for Portugal is like I think it was Tom Kunder or one of these other people who said like it's pretty much a shoe-in now that Rafa's gonna make the team because they
Yeah.
need someone with speed on the wings. If you look at some of the other guys, they're like
Maybe they'll
Bernardo's
bring,
not
maybe
fast.
they'll bring Jelson.
Yeah, they could.
Bernardo's pretty fast, but I know what you're saying. He
He's not
doesn't
a-
he doesn't use his speed to his advantage.
He's not a beat you down the wing guy.
No.
Rafa will probably be in his
What
spot.
about Nuno Santos on Sport?
Maybe.
Possibility.
He's good.
Possibility. Yeah. So, having said that, Wolves win a game in the last second to Fulham, who's not doing very well. Kind of sad they couldn't beat them just outright, but 92nd minute, we get Traore with a stonker.
I agree. It was a stonker. You used that term correctly this week.
Yep.
I disagree that they didn't beat them outright. I mean, they won the game, so they did, right?
They did, but it's like you want like a nice, easy, like convincing. We're doing well, and they're playing a bottom of the table team, and they're
Wolves don't do 2-0, 3-0,
Yeah.
3-1. They do 1-0. That's their specialty.
Late goal.
Yeah.
like,
Stonk.
oh,
Yeah, they're also a bottom of the table team.
Well, Fabio Silva sets up Adama Traore, and he smashes it and wins the game in extra time for the Wolves.
Beautiful goal.
No,
Oh
he
yeah,
missed it.
little Fabio scored. He did the assist to the Adama.
Do you think now without Neto, like, do you think they're just gonna fall apart? Do you think they have a
Ooh.
chance? Like, do you think they could still muscle through a couple wins? What's the rest of their
I
season?
think
looking
Podence is
like?
back,
He is back.
so at least that can plug that hole. But
And Podence could be the Portugal.
yeah, oh yeah, I don't know. He might turn it around. It might be something that their season needs, like a breath of fresh air,
Mhm.
because whatever they were doing, as good as Neto's looked on that team, maybe something just wasn't clicking on it as a whole.
Okay, so their next. Oh, look at this! Their next 4 matches: Wolves, Sheffield, Burnley, West Brom, and Brighton.
Those are
Ooh.
wins.
That's
You can potentially win all those. I
that's
think even
good.
without Neto, you should be able to win.
that's a
like,
couple easy wins. West
at
Brom,
least 2 of those games.
West Brom has been looking tough with Big Sam back, and then Brighton has been decent in recent weeks.
Yeah, they're not
Sheffield
good.
at least as a bottom.
Yeah.
team.
I mean, Brighton's still in 15th place. Come on.
I think the biggest thing is that Wolves finally got a win in those beautiful dark red jerseys.
Very
Yeah.
beautiful.
The maroon jersey.
Yeah, those are very nice.
Let's call them what they are, the Portugal jerseys.
Yes,
Yeah,
they finally got a win in those.
I gotta get one of those.
And their season's kind of like a wash. I mean, they've had so many injuries. They gotta just like restock up for next season.
Yeah, they're sitting in 12th. They're not going to get relegated. They're not going to, get into Europe or
Bro,
anything.
Jimenez broke his head.
Yeah.
Like,
When you break your head, you're.
You know who Wolves need? They need Seferovic.
Yeah. Manchester City play Leeds on the weekend, and Leeds beat Manchester City 2-1.
nice.
Leeds take the lead in the first half with Dallas. They get a red before the end of the first half, so they were playing most of the game with a man down. Bernardo Silva assists Ferran Torres to tie the game 1-1, and then in the 90th minute, Dallas strikes again, and they take down the aspiring champions and get a win. That was crazy. Leeds beat City.
Yeah, it happens every now and then. You
They were
can't be-
down a man,
You
right?
can't be like Sporting and just like not lose.
Yeah.
Right?
Lose forever.
It's hard to be as good as that.
And you can't just come in second every year like Braga.
Yeah, exactly.
Helder Costa looked really good, and Rafinha continues to impress. Former Sporting player. He's looking good. I think he might be the Salah replacement.
Oh yeah, is that what they're
I
saying?
think so, yeah.
Whoa.
If Salah leaves. I know that he's on the radar for Liverpool.
I don't think they'll drop Salah.
When you,
Side note.
I think there's gonna be a lot of movement this summer. I think Salah's probably gonna.
I think so. I think Liverpool's going to change up that front line because I think Madrid wants someone new and exciting too.
I think Madrid I think Madrid wants everyone this summer. I think they want Haaland. I think they want Mbappe. I think they want Salah. They might not get all three, but they're gonna get. If they're gonna miss out on one, they're gonna try and get the other, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. I don't see Liverpool dropping Salah.
Selling him.
He's like I think he's still the leading scorer in Premier League.
Oh yeah, he's doing fantastic.
Yeah.
But I think that's one of the reasons why they want to poach him.
To get the money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd get rid of money.
He also seems like a very low drama player. Ronaldo was like huge on the field, and it's like not that he didn't have his moments off the field, but it's like it's very like normal life stuff, you know? It's like you don't hear about Salah in his family life or outside of football. He's not getting into trouble.
You're gonna get if you're Madrid, it's a great buy because it's like you get the entire
Egypt?
Egypt
Yes.
and the religious community that he is a part of as well.
Hala Madrid.
Yeah, and then
Madrid.
Halal Madrid.
Hala,
Halal.
Hala Salah.
Salah Madrid.
Inshallah Madrid and
Happy Ramadan.
happy. That's right.
That's exactly right.
So you get that like promotionally, right?
Yeah.
It's almost like the same as a boost of like Ronaldo because like all the people that support him, and then also
And then you go get Sun. You get all the Korean fans.
yeah, if they want to do
all
it that
about-
way, they
And
could.
then you get Alfonso Davies, you get Canadian fans.
You guys are
By
disgusting.
Pulisic.
You guys are all disgusting.
the 30 million.
I would never think of that if I'm a team.
No.
Oh, that's how it works nowadays.
I guess so.
Followers
It comes
and
into mind, but it's not
Instagrams.
the first thing you think of.
It's political, obviously.
Obviously.
Salah, I think, also wants to go.
Yeah.
You know? I think he's
feel-
accomplished everything at Liverpool, and I think it seems stale for him just after this last hard year. That's my outside looking in.
Yeah,
opinion.
he's also never stuck around at teams for too long. He was in Belgium and then he went to Chelsea. And Chelsea, he didn't really cut it there at the time, and they loaned him off. Then he went Fiorentina to Roma to Liverpool.
Yeah,
and
that's
it's
when
like,
he was all shit, though.
no, I know, but it's like he's never stayed at a team for longer than like 2 or 3 years at the max.
Dude, I think he's been with Liverpool now. I want to say
Maybe 3 or 4, but that's where
You can make what's a bigger team in the world though, Madrid or Liverpool? I think it's gotta be Madrid.
Madrid is bigger.
Yeah.
Madrid, right?
World-
In the
Worldwide,
world, yeah.
In the world, yeah.
And so like with going to a bigger club means more opportunities to make money, which means more money in the bank for the Salahs, and so
Yeah.
that's the easy move to make, right?
Yeah, I don't think a lot of good players would turn down going to Madrid. Like you got to be kind of an idiot to turn.
It just kind of makes sense. I mean, we're talking about this all speculative, but it just makes sense because it's also like if you're Liverpool to make the most money you can off him would be now. Now that being said, do teams have money off after this COVID thing that happened? I don't know if you guys heard about it, but like,
Oh, what?
What?
yeah,
Wait,
no, I
what's
don't know if
going
teams have money like to spend, but
Madrid will find some.
Yeah.
They always do.
They got deep
Florentino
pockets.
was reelected, so and he's like the Galactico guy.
Oh, yeah.
Florentino Perez.
Yeah.
Back to the Premier League in Liverpool. They played Aston Villa. Guys, Alisson shaved his mustache for this game. I don't know what he's thinking.
Coward. I'll tell you
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Apparently,
or
it was a tribute to Ian Rush for some reason. I don't know why.
Oh, that's cool.
should
I
have kept
guess.
that
But,
tribute going.
Yeah, even the announcers, they called him out. They were like, he should have kept it.
Mhm.
I don't know what he was thinking.
Maybe
It
he
was
just
so
didn't
much
feel like
better.
a mustache guy. He doesn't want to be labeled as
He-
mustache man.
Well, then
He
he's-
looked like
he
a
just wanted
mustache
to do it
guy.
for 1 week.
Well, then he's an idiot.
Yeah, you gotta do more than 1 week.
You do something as a tribute, and then you realize you look fucking cool as shit. I mean, why would you stop?
Exactly.
You think this was the wife? Maybe the wife didn't like it.
Oh, could have
possible.
been.
Yeah,
Could've
women
been the
don't
wife,
like
could've been
it.
the kids.
Yeah.
When I had a mustache, it was all other guys telling me it was cool. The girl said, "Ew, that looks gross. What are you doing? Take that off your face."
So
Yeah,
he's a
but
ladies'
who
man.
matters?
You did do it in 2017 though.
It was the 27th.
It was a little pre-mustache boom.
I've done it
Mhm.
in 2019 too. I think.
See what's crazy is like I
Our
feel
mom
like
said it looked gay.
Whoa.
Well, they
But-
remember Freddie Mercury.
Yeah, they
having
grew up
it.
in the
Yeah.
80s when it was the gay thing to have, right?
Yeah.
But now gays
feel
and
like-
straights alike all have
Yeah,
mustaches.
I
and
feel
they
like
enjoy it.
Movember has been creeping more and more into the mainstream, and then people were like, you know what, I would like a mustache.
Well, you know why it
And
started?
It's a good time to try it out, and then if people like it, you try it other
It
times.
started
of
as
the
a
year.
goof because it's like, look how fucking ridiculous we look, and we're bringing awareness to men's health.
Everyone's
Yeah.
laughing at each other.
Everyone's laughing,
Yeah.
and it only took 5 years to be like, actually, it looks cool. I'll just keep this all around. And then
Yeah.
Movember was like, oh shit.
I like doing a mustache every now and then. It's a
I
nice
like doing
change
it
up.
if I ever have to shave my beard. I'm like, you gotta make silly facial hair before you
Oh, yeah.
finish doing
Sometimes,
everything. Yeah.
Sometimes I make a goatee, and I'm like, I'm gonna leave my house like this just as a goof on me. And then I never get the balls to because it just looks so bad.
You look like a different person if you do
It's
that.
so you
I was
look.
like, remember that World Cup when Ronaldo had the goatee? That was awful. That was fucking dreadful.
You just
No,
had the chin beard.
The chin beard,
Little-
terrible, terrible.
like a goat.
Yeah.
Next time when I shave my beard, I'm gonna do like the little Prince mustache.
It's almost
Like,
there.
what do I look like?
yeah.
Everything's cyclical. There will be a time where that does come back.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
But the
I think
do
you have to be a pimp.
I think
Or
Pires,
Prince.
Or
Robert
Prince.
Pires had that.
yeah,
What?
but Prince had like a pencil up above his lip.
Oh,
Oh,
doesn't
the little mustache,
doesn't
yeah.
Martial do that?
Maybe. Do you think that Ronaldo put the goatee because he thought he was the goat?
I think
The
that
goat?
I think they talked
Oh.
about that at the time.
Yeah.
That was still stupid.
I don't know if he was thinking that. Was he?
It
I
looked
think that was
terrible.
right around the
kinda
time
lame.
people started using goat. don't
Yeah,
know.
I
He
think it
might-
was.
I wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah.
But you think he'd protect his image more than that to look that dumb?
It wasn't that bad.
Not
terrible.
bad.
All right, so Pool versus Villa. So the first half of the season, Villa beat Liverpool 6-2. Liverpool are looking for revenge. Jota starts the game. Mane sits on the bench. Jack Grealish still injured for Aston Villa. Ollie Watkins scores in the 42nd minute as Villa take the lead. The 47th minute, Liverpool rush the box. Jota leads it and then passes it into Firmino, who scoops it in and is checked by VAR, and it was offside. Just very, very barely. Again, Liverpool's getting screwed. And then we go into the second half. Salah ties it up in the 56th minute with a great rebound. And then in the 90th minute, Trent wins the game with a boomba.
Yeah, that was a beautiful last minute goal to take the win. Yeah, I don't know. I talked about this with even though Trent has been like really showing up and like especially he's like clutch in these clutch games, like still not really happy with the Trent performance like defensively.
On a whole.
Yeah, I was like, damn.
I gotta say, later this week, I gotta give it up to Chris. I saw 2 different articles that said he should move to midfield.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And you didn't forward me any of these?
Well, I wanted to save it for the pod.
Oh, okay.
Our new thing is saving it for the
Save
pod.
the-
Save it
Save
for
the
the
goal.
pod. Yeah.
Chris called it. I mean, I think without even reading anything, that was just
Yeah.
a rare instance of actual analysis from
Yeah.
us.
See, but if they were to
Thank
do
you.
this, who's their backup right back?
Well, you gotta get a new one.
I know you gotta get a new one, but if you do
I
this right away.
I don't know if I think it's a Neko Williams guy.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What about that Greek guy, Samakis?
Yeah.
They ever play him? You ever
Nah.
seen the
You ever
field?
seen that Greek?
Yeah, not that often.
Yeah.
That Neko guy's young, but he's like I remember his first game. He came on. I was like, "Whoa, this kid's amazing." But then I think they tried to play him like in a couple Champions League games against like smaller teams, and it didn't work out very well.
Final game, Premier League. West Ham played Leicester 3-2. West Ham goes up 3 goals. Lingardinho at it again, 2 goals. Ricardo Pereira starts the game. He gets an assist for Leicester's first goal.
Iheanacho.
Iheanacho also scores the second goal. Very similar to the Wolves game, is like West Ham went up really quickly and then kind of a slow comeback, but they managed to hold the lead.
Yeah.
I'll just say good performance by Ricardo Pereira, looks like.
Inspired a slight comeback.
They're two like very
It's
top of the
third
table
it's
teams.
third
Yeah.
and
I don't know.
fourth
They're
place.
two good teams.
To the Bundesliga. Bayern still in the lead by 5 points. Leipzig's right behind them in second. Wolfsburg, Frankfurt, and Dortmund in fifth. Frankfurt versus Wolfsburg. This game was nuts. So last week, Frankfurt played fifth place. This week, they played third place. 2 early goals. Game was 1-1 by the 8th minute. Jovic scores for Frankfurt to take the lead, assisted by Andre Silva. Then the game gets tied up again in the 55th minute. Andre Silva scores and takes the lead. It's 3-2. He's assisted by Kamada. And then both teams score again, and the game ends 4-3 Frankfurt.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Goal and assist by Andre Silva.
Again. He's on fire, and yeah, they're creeping up on Wolfsburg. Is what we said last week.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, might really steal that Europe spot.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
Fourth
Dortmund
is a Europe spot, is it not?
Yeah.
They
yeah.
are in a Europe spot. Dortmund played Stuttgart and win 3-2. Rafael Guerrero back in the lineup. And then Bayern played Berlin. They take the lead in the 60th minute with a goal from Jamal Musiala, 18-year-old German-English kid. He's chosen to play for Germany, and that was like a big...
Oh, he chose Germany?
Yeah, there's a big controversy over whether he'd play for England, Germany. But he's going to stick with the German national team, probably for the better. Berlin tied the game late on, and it ends 1-1. And we have a Portuguese debut by Tiago Dantas.
Ooh.
Yes.
A very weird loan to
Yeah.
Bayern from Benfica.
When does Bayern get a loan to Benfica? They normally just buy them outright.
That's a weird, I don't know what is going on there.
Yeah,
There's an option to buy.
There's a rumor there's an option to buy, is there?
I don't know. Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't think they're going to do it.
Maybe it was after Renato Sanchez. They were like, we can't trust these fucking guys anymore.
Yeah. He's just like this. He did very well for the B team, right? If you look at him, he's just very, like, small, which is different for Bayern Munich and is
Yeah.
kind of odd for the German league. So it's an odd... It's just, that's kind of why it's an odd transfer, right?
Is he fast at least?
Maybe they want to make him like a
Yeah.
Thiago Alcantara.
He is fast and, he has skills, obviously.
He's center midfield,
Yeah.
so yeah, he could be
He's
small.
still a Nino. He's 20.
But the hope is that he comes back. My hope is that he comes back to Benfica all jacked up. Like, you ever see Joshua Kimmich take his shirt off after a goal? The
Yeah.
Guy's
Or
yoked.
Goretzka or even Davies, like
Oh, yeah.
before and after he joins Bayern. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know what they do in
make
that
Goretzka
Bayern
jacked
gym.
as hell, yeah.
Dude, they give them meth. Everybody knows.
That's good German meth.
Why don't they give him steroids?
Bayern, man.
No, they get...
Yeah, it's steroids by a different name.
Yeah, they give him steroids. They must give him something.
Yeah.
No, they have him on.
Supplements.
They have him on a good workout regimen. and good
German
supplements.
engineering. But yeah. Let's move into La Liga. We had El Clasico this weekend. It was a pretty tight, like, league race, but I feel like there's no, like, fire like there was 5 years ago when they'd play and you'd be like, holy fuck, like,
No
these teams hate each other.
I mean, they still hate each other, especially like things in Catalonia. I don't think have really died down. They're still really
Yeah, that's true.
still want to separate and everything. But
I feel like it's just not getting sold like that. You know?
yeah, there's just no. It's not Ronaldo versus Messi anymore, which was
Yeah.
the big drawing point, right?
But even like Ramos versus like Piqué, like there was, I don't know. I feel like I remember it was so much hate every time they met up.
There's not enough beef anymore, is what
Not
you're
enough
saying?
beef.
It's kind of like reminds me how like
Maybe it's all the shit talking Mourinho did. Is Mourinho Pep as well? That was probably a lot of the heat.
well, yeah, there was a time where like the biggest thing was like WCW versus NWO, right? And there's so much heat there.
Oh, yeah.
And those were the glory years. Then what happens? All those guys leave. They get older. It's done. And then you're kind of left. Wrestling's still going on, but who really cares?
Great analogy.
Right?
Yeah.
The heat's still there. I mean,
Yeah.
they still got it. It's just, it's not the same characters anymore.
No.
Yeah.
Everyone's off to the ECW now.
That's right.
Then Gold Dust is gone.
Val Venus, he's out of there.
You know what? Some of the old guys are still putting in work. Benzema scores, gets the first goal of the game with a back heel. As Ray Hudson said, the Kareem always rises to the top.
Very nice.
He's really coming into his own since
Ray Hudson,
Ronaldo.
I know he's awesome.
No, Benzema, since Ronaldo's left, he's really taken over that team. It's good to see because he was always, I don't know, he felt like he was just like a scoundrel before, and now he's like a leader.
Well, he was a scoundrel.
He is a scoundrel.
But it did seem like he was more like what's the like a second banana or like third banana, right? It was like
I've never heard this banana analogy
Maybe I
before.
He was the third banana in the BBC when the Bale.
I don't know, man. We
The
gotta
Bale,
call it.
no, the Bale, Benzema, Cristiano. That was the
BBC.
thing.
Yeah, I don't like
Do you
any of
remember?
this.
It was the MSN.
We
It
call
was
it the CBB.
Yeah.
no, it was the MSN. It was Messi, Suarez, Neymar, and then the BBC.
Yeah,
This
Real
is
Madrid
true.
had a BBC.
This is
yeah.
when they were at war.
This is all true.
It's a little dated, but it still happened.
It's just funny acronyms.
And then Vinny Volta wins a free kick, and Tony Cruz, he kind of plinkos it off of two players, Sergio Dest and as well as Jordi Alba, and it goes in for a 2-0 lead. That ends the first half.
Goal's a goal.
In plain code.
It plinkoed. It kind of started like monsooning in the second half. It was crazy, a lot of rain. Barcelona defender Mingueza picks up the scraps in the box, and Barca take a goal as it goes 2-1. Couple penalty cries for Barcelona. Messi hits the post off a corner, which is pretty crazy. Trincao gets subbed in late. Casimiro gets a red card in the 90th after a second yellow. It leads to a pretty dangerous free kick. Messi hits Courtois in the box. Everyone rushed up. Ter Stegen leaves his net to go be part of the game, and he hits a wicked one-timer. It wasn't enough to win, but it was an exciting match.
It's always so cool when the goalie comes and scores. the
He
goal
made
at
such
the-
Or
good
tried to,
contact, man. It was exciting. I was really
Ter
hoping.
Stegen has good passing ability. That's why Barca have him, right?
Oh, he's
so
a
he can play
great
the ball.
player.
Yeah. So, but I just wanted to talk what kind of like extrapolating here about like
Let's extrapolate.
Let's all extract.
about
Yeah.
Real Madrid
Yeah.
and Barcelona.
Okay. Yes.
What would bring the heat back? What would bring that NWO WCW heat back? Should they try and recreate what they had before and just bring Ronaldo back? Because he probably wants out.
So you know what?
Ronaldo probably wants a
You
return.
know
that'd
what I
be
think the
lame.
problem is?
Yeah.
Is that Zidane is too relaxed to like have a fight with anyone. You know,
Mhm.
they would need to bring Sergio Conceição to the Bernabeu, and then it
Just
would get
fight
heated.
people,
Yeah,
nah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Coleman could get heated.
The biggest heat this year has been
Simeone's always heated.
has been Messi versus his own team. That's
Yeah.
like that was like the biggest story of La Liga. Like it was not one team versus another team. It's like Messi versus his own board, you know?
Mhm.
How do we build this team to make Messi great again?
I think if Real Madrid does that thing where they re-up and they get all the new hot young stars, because there's this new crop of talent, which is all the
Yeah.
guys we mentioned, which is like
Holland, Mbappe.
Holland and Mbappe and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Right now they got a bunch of guys who are like,
Eh.
no one really. They're like
They got-
plain.
Guys, that Vinny Jr.
Vinny Volta.
Yeah, Vinny Volta is like next year he's gonna bloom.
You
He
think
might.
so?
He
Yeah.
looked good in this game. He
But-
was inspiring a lot of like really quick breaks, and he was really
Who
fast.
they actually paid a lot of money for and they got was Eden Hazard, which even on Chelsea, this guy is
no.
so vanilla. Like, who cares about him? No one.
Dude.
He's a talented player.
He
He's
is.
a hazard.
But he's always
He's
always
always
injured.
injured.
That's the problem.
But you know what I mean by like he's vanilla. Like he's not.
Chocolate.
Huh?
He's not into anything crazy, you know. He's just vanilla.
Well, I feel like we just haven't seen him.
He's
Like
plain. He's
his,
like
no,
Yeah.
his days in Chelsea were great. He has some amazing goals and amazing highlights. I think it's just been he's been quiet. The tail end of his Chelsea career, I think he was also injured, and then is just like I don't know. The team wasn't playing as well, and he wasn't enough to like bring the whole team up. And then yeah, he went to Madrid, and he's been injured, and it's just we've kind of forgot about him. But I think
But
when
he's
he's
just
on
not-
when he's on the top of his game, he's good.
He's just not there enough. That's the
Exactly.
he's not a fire starter though. Like he's not controversial. He's not like he doesn't make the papers
Oh.
every day. You know what I mean?
oh, you
He's
want
not-
a guy to like take the mic and make a big speech? He's like, "I'm gonna take you down, Hogan."
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I
He's
want.
not the macho
You're
man
Rudy
Randy
Poo
said.
candy ass, Messi. I'll fucking choke slam you.
Yeah, I want the Rock.
That's a finisher. That's a finisher.
a finish.
That's what I want. And then Ray Hudson is the JR. Maybe
Exactly.
do we talk a little too much about old wrestling in this?
To me, that's perfectly acceptable.
No, I agree with you. It needs a fire starter in there.
We gotta relate everything back to old wrestling.
For me.
Okay, we move on to the rest of La Liga. With that result, Madrid jump into second place. They are 1 point behind Atletico. Atletico have 67 points, Madrid with 66, Barca in third with 65, and then Sevilla and Sociedad in fourth and fifth. Valencia plays Sociedad, and they tie 2-2. Goncalo Guedes gets an assist. And then Atletico play Real Betis. Yannick Carrasco takes the lead for Atletico in the 5th minute. Christian Telo scores in the 20th, and the game ends 1-1. João Felix is subbed at the 48th minute, being injured. And yeah, that's the end of João Felix for now.
How long did they say he's going for?
I don't know, but
I don't think it's that serious.
yeah, maybe not.
No, I think
He was
he's
walking
coming
and
back.
stuff, right?
I don't know. He could.
He didn't Pedro Neto himself.
Definitely.
I kind of wish he did. I don't want to bring him.
Hey, what the
I
fuck's
feel,
wrong with you?
I feel like
Yeah.
I feel like there's too much pressure to play him for Portugal, and I just feel like he's not good enough.
I agree. I don't think he's that good either.
Yeah,
Wow, you guys are crazy,
That's
man.
but it's like you
This
take
guy's really
him out of
good.
the equation altogether, and I feel like Portugal feels better about everything.
What? You think he's a toxic man?
I think right now, I feel like there's just too much pressure on him to do well. And like everyone's thinking he's supposed to be the next Ronaldo, and it's like he's not going to.
I don't
be.
think anybody ever said that.
There's a lot of like banter about
was.
like
People
like
think
He's
him.
kind of. He's gonna take over. He's gonna
But
take
it's
number
like-
7.
But it's like with every like nationality, there's like former star and like future star.
Yeah.
And like he's like projected to be like the next guy for Portugal coming down the line, and I feel like that's just messing with his head.
I think he's on the fucking wrong club team. That's for fucking sure.
Yeah.
Why? They're in first place.
Okay, that's good if they win the
Yeah,
league.
yeah.
But still,
You know why? Because they have Luis Suarez, who's scoring all the goals.
That guy's a beast.
Yes.
Who's better, Suarez or Lewandowski? Oh,
That's close.
that's cool.
That's
So
close.
then if Suarez is better than
Yeah.
Lewandowski, then he's better than Ronaldo.
Yeah.
This is
Suarez.
fucked. All right, we need to cancel this episode. What are you talking about, man?
Suarez is fantastic.
You don't rate Ronaldo at
Have
all.
you seen the longies that Suarez has scored? They're unbelievable. There was one club team in England that every time he played them, he scored like 4 goals on them. I think it was West Brom. I think it was like every time they played West Brom, he would just drop 4 goals.
Suarez.
Exactly.
Or your
Man.
boy Lewandowski. Drop 6.
If Brazilian Ronaldo played with Messi for a year, he would score 100 goals.
But
Easy.
Suarez did this on Liverpool when they sucked. He was playing with Andy Carroll.
He still had Gerrard in the middle.
He had Gerrard for a couple
Hey, the
years.
years
and he had Sterling.
Ronaldo played, he had really good passers as
Of-
well.
of
But I'm just saying, if he played with Messi, it would be that's
Yeah.
insane. Like I don't know, and Xavi and Iniesta.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Hmm?
Those guys like to pass.
Yeah. They
They
prefer
get off on that.
They
yeah.
prefer passing.
They
Yeah.
fucking jizz their pants when they do that.
I just want to finish by
No, go
talking
ahead.
about the table. So it's totally a 3-horse race now. I wanted that El Clasico to end in a draw. Could be best result for Atletico,
Mhm.
but they're in it. Like this is tight.
Yeah, Atletico
Well,
keeps slipping, man.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
might blow this.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. Seems like Madrid is just on a rampage.
When you got a 3-horse race and the 2 horses behind you are Real Madrid and Barcelona, it
Yeah,
makes you
you're-
tighten up. It's very hard.
Your odds are not looking good.
Yeah, 2 sea biscuits chasing you.
Back to the soccer. So in France, Lille still have the lead. PSG 3 points behind them after they lost to them last weekend. Lille won 2-0 against Metz. Renato Sanchez and Fonte both played. PSG plays Strasbourg and beat them 4-1. Danilo starts in center back. He picks up 1 assist. Mbappe scores a goal as well, and they're looking good. And they won today in the Champions League, and they're on a roll.
Yeah, they probably should have won by more, to be honest.
Yeah.
So,
You know what's funny that I thought about too at the Champions League? Both teams won 1-0, but lost the aggregate.
Enough was done in the first leg.
Yeah.
But I want to say about Lille, I think Renato Sanchez got an assist in this one. And he's like, as he's falling over and being fouled, he's still reaching out for the ball, and he kind of like passes it ahead to Yaziskisi. Worse. But he's being fouled and kind of like falling over and still reaching out for the ball, and you can see why this guy gets hurt so much. He's very strong on his legs, and he doesn't give up on the ball, and he puts his legs in weird positions to just still hit the ball. And I think even one manager said it's like the way he plays is why he gets hurt so much. But just like tough and like
guy.
strong, and he doesn't go down. And he doesn't give up on the play.
That's what you love about him, though.
He's a
But sometimes
fighter.
with your legs, you gotta be careful, right?
Yeah, when you're
Yeah.
a professional soccer player.
It's enough for France. Let's move on to Italy. The Ronaldo roundup.
The spaghetti country.
Yeah. So Inter are still in a firm lead, 74 points. Behind them is AC Milan with 63. Juve sit in third with 62. Oh, they can catch second place. And then Atalanta in fourth, Napoli in fifth. On Wednesday, Juve played Napoli. I think it was a makeup game early on in the season. They had a COVID cancellation game. In this game, Ronaldo gets an early goal. Paulo Dybala also back in the team and on the score sheet. Insigne scores a 90th minute penalty, but the boys from Torino jumped them in the table.
I
Nice.
love Dybala. That guy's such a great player.
He's great, yeah.
Yeah, he comes on and he's like so.
It's like a lovable character.
He was injured like the first half of the season.
Yeah.
'cause
He
wasn't
should go to
playing.
Madrid.
That'd be
Yeah,
cool, yeah.
that would be a great
That'd
buy
be
for
fun.
Madrid.
There's a lot of players Madrid needs to buy.
I
He's-
think he wants out too. And then if he wants out, like, why would Ronaldo stay? Like,
Oh,
I don't
Ronaldo's
know.
not staying.
him and Dybala made a really good partnership, but like,
Yeah.
but Dybala's either always hurt or gets not played, which is
Yeah,
so
no,
bizarre to
it's
me.
more that he doesn't get played. I don't think it's that.
Well,
he's
when you got a
injured,
heavy
just
hitter
get
like
benched.
Weston McKinney
Mhm.
on your bench.
Ronaldo has no one to play with. This is a stupid team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that Morata guy, he's too selfish.
Kulusevski's setting up players with breakaways on the other side of the field.
Yeah, Chiesa's good, but
Oh, yeah,
He's a
Chiesa's really good.
fantastic.
yeah,
The shining light.
Yeah, that one where he deked past two guys and crossed into Ronaldo.
He
That was
does-
the week before.
He does
right?
that like
Oh
every
my
week.
Goodness.
He's just fantastic. He's so good. Juve played Genoa on the weekend and they win 3-1. We have Kulusevski, Morata, and McKinney all scoring goals.
well,
Didn't even realize that.
Yeah, they're good players, you know?
yeah.
I mean, what can you say about these guys? I mean, just class players.
class side,
I mean, and this is why Ronaldo should stay, really.
Every ball is perfect.
These guys, would they take the next step next year? McKinney and Kulusevski and Chiesa. I mean, you got the makings
what?
of a top team right there, and Ronaldo should stay.
I think Madrid should buy these three guys.
They should all go to Madrid.
The new Galacticos.
Morata for what, the fourth time?
What? Morata's been it.
He started at Madrid, went to Juve, then
What-
back to Madrid, and then to Chelsea,
Then back to
and
you,
then
babe.
back to Juve.
Jesus.
Can't really find a
Comeback
home.
kid.
Actually, he went to Atletico in between there too.
Yep.
He just sucks everywhere. AC Milan play Parma. Milan go up by 2 goals, and then Zlatan, in true fashion, gets a red card in the 60th. Parma grab one back, and then the Portuguese subs Dalot and Leao make a run in extra time and lock down the winner 3-1.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
These boys, they are on fire.
Amigos.
The Amigos. I like
Cold
that.
as ice. They do the pulse thing when they
Yeah.
score.
Check the pulse.
I like that. They're bros.
Mhm.
Pioli praised Dalot, saying that he trains 105% instead of whining, which is what you want to see in a player. Guy's not
Yeah.
complaining about even like not playing. He was saying like when he doesn't get played, he's like whatever. He gets on the field and he shows why he should be.
Stop whining.
This guy might thrive under Mourinho. I'll tell you that.
Maybe.
Yeah. So
He was a Mourinho purchase.
earlier this he was earlier this week. The coach said he already told Dalot he wasn't gonna play, and then this is where it came from. Where like instead of he could have just like pouted all week and whatever, but he knew the whole time, and then he still trained at 105%. He still gave it his all, and he came on the bench, and then he created a goal at the end, right?
Yeah, which you should. I mean, like, it doesn't matter if you're not playing, you should still train.
As if.
Well,
Exactly.
hell yeah.
As if.
Yeah,
as
Because
if
what
you have to
happens-
keep that positive attitude.
What if
That's
the other
gets
guy
you
has
through
a
it.
slow week, and then at the end of the week, the coach is like, "Well, you know what? This guy's been training super hard, and the other guy's been lazy."
Exactly.
Or you never know what could happen.
Earn
during
your
the week,
spot.
Yeah.
man.
Exactly.
Someone get injured halfway through training.
And then also this week in the news, Rafael Leao, AC Milan are demanding 50 million for him, and Wolves are after him. Juve and Everton. I think Everton's like the big one, but I really hope he does not go to Everton.
Imagine if he went to the Wolves, man.
Oh,
That is.
I don't think that would be good either.
No, that's juicy, man. If
No,
Rafael
that'd be
Leao goes to
so sick,
Wolves,
dude.
forget Raul Jimenez, man. This guy.
Yeah, or both of them.
Yeah.
I mean,
Fabio Silva's alone, right? So, that's what I was gonna say about
you
Dalot.
bought him.
Sorry, like.
He's a lone wolf.
Oh yeah, no, they bought. him.
See, but
Sorry.
then
An
you-
That-
insane amount.
Then you come into branding problems because you have lions and wolves.
That's
Doesn't make
yeah, that's
sense.
what they're worried about when they
Yeah.
spend $50 million for him.
if they were worried about that, Sporting would have never sold him. because it made no sense.
That was so stupid.
Oh,
But
can go to
you literally
Chelsea.
have a guy named Leao.
I was gonna say Dalot's
No, sorry.
alone.
With Leao, he opted to leave after there was that fight.
Yeah. No, and Sporting hates him now. And all the fans hate him.
Yeah, because he was
'Cause
like, screw
now-
you.
Yeah,
Well, it was like,
he rescinded his contract. Like a lot of guys did.
yeah, a lot of guys did because
And then,
of what happened.
What happened?
And then they went to like the courts or something, and now he has to pay himself the transfer fee.
That's weird. 2018 or 17, Sporting made it to a Portugal Cup, and then they lost, and then the fans like rushed the players and the coaching staff, and there
They
was
rushed the training facilities with like weapons and threatened to beat them up and did hit a couple of guys.
Oh, I remember
Yeah.
this now. Yeah.
yeah.
And everyone says it was the president who let them in.
So then some of the players were like, "Screw this! I don't want to be anywhere near this club."
Controversy.
Yeah,
But
Oh.
Dance was one too.
yeah.
Political, obviously.
Political, obviously.
But let's get another note. Dallow's also alone. So
Yeah.
Dalot, he like even being a loaned player is still performing very well, right? It kind of makes
Well, he
AC
wants to
Milan
stay.
Oh,
in
yeah,
AC.
Manchester United is saying they're gonna take him back. They want him back. They want more depth
Yeah,
at that
and
wing
if he goes
position.
back, he wants to impress United, so they start him when he
Yeah.
goes back.
True. Yeah, exactly.
There's always a
But
motive
even-
when you're on loan to play well.
Yeah.
Well, there's always a motive to play your best no matter what.
I
Right?
feel like a lot of lone players don't shine that well. Like very rarely.
Well, then they're stupid.
Yeah.
I think more there's just less incentive for the team and the coach to buy into them because they know they're not going to stick around.
It's a short-term investment.
Yeah, so it's like, how much do we really want to, put into this guy, right?
Yeah.
Let's rather build up our own guy that we know is we're gonna have next year, right?
All right, this week in Liga NOS, Sporting still in first place. Their lead is shrinking, only 6 points ahead of Porto in second. Benfica are in third, Braga in fourth, and Passos in fifth. Porto play Tondela, Marega and Oliveira, and Taremi are all missing from the starting 11. I thought maybe they were resting them for Champions League, but I guess
For sure, but with Taremi, it didn't.
Taremi got an
didn't
extra
even
long
play.
rest. So yeah, they were playing. The field looked like a gross swamp. The ball was like, when you pass the ball and it like gets slowed down in a puddle.
Mhm.
This looked like it was happening pretty often. It was kind of gross. But that's what happens when you play in Tondela. Tony Martinez on the score sheet again, scores around the 20-minute mark, assisted by Pepe, and then Taremi comes on and scores, and they lock down the win. Taremi, he's looking good, man.
He's a good sub.
I wasn't too impressed when they bought him, but he just keeps showing up every week and scores and scores and scores. I like it.
Killing it.
I want it.
Especially today off the shins.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, nah.
Braga played Belnant Sad. That was a 1-1 game. Apparently there's the Esgaio brothers.
Are those guys brothers? I saw
There's, yeah,
Bill
there's
Lentz had an Esgaio.
two Esgaios. They play
Two
on
us guys
Belnant.
over here.
Two of these guys.
This
guy
guy
over
over
here.
here.
Guy 10 scored for Braga in that game. Yeah, it ends 1-1. Sporting versus Family Count also ends 1-1. Got out the left backs, Nuno Mendes and Vinagre. Goal in the 25th minute, Pedro Gonçalves, assisted by Paulinho. Yeah, I was saying before, he looks like he dyed his hair, like, trying to go, like, platinum, but it kind of just looks gray and old. And
Maybe that's what he was
wispy.
going for.
It's got, like, a dusty look to it. I don't get it.
He's so young. He's in the under 20.
I know he's young.
So
salt and
That's why it's a
peppers
bad
here.
look. 2 minutes later, the game is tied. Yeah. Then Coates, he makes a big run up the field. It was pretty impressive for a center back, and he puts a weak cross in, I guess because he's a center back. But yeah, Sporting, they tie it 1-1. And I don't know, it feels like they've kind of lost their killer instinct.
They're in fucking trouble.
Yeah.
And I
they're
see
slowing
that
down.
because I know what Porto's like, and 6 points with this many games remaining for
Yeah.
Porto, they still think they can do it, and
Well,
they might.
Especially now that they just got kicked out of Champions League.
Yeah,
Sporting still has to play Porto, Benfica, and Braga.
Shit. That is a
They're
tough
fucked.
run.
they are fucked.
And Porto Benfica, they've won the last 5 games straight. They're like hot on their trail.
I think 9 is too much for Benfica, but Porto is
Yeah.
right there.
It's doable.
If
yeah.
they blow this, that is gonna be the biggest choke job. Oh my god.
And Ruben Amorim after this game got suspended. He got a red card
Oof.
because there was like a foul at the end of the game. I guess he thought it should have been a penalty, and they were all yelling at the refs, and he eventually got a red card. So now he's suspended for like 15 days, I think.
Yeah.
Damn.
15 days, 2 games or 3 games, is it?
I don't know.
It's a Vai pro caralho or something like that. To the ref.
Ooh.
Which is I'm not listening, but I'm looking at what Sergio Conceição is saying on the bench every day. I'm like, he's got to be saying worse. What the fuck?
Yeah.
They're bringing this for Porto. Like, this is crazy.
Controversy.
That thing they were yelling about, I think they were yelling about this penalty that should have happened. It looked like a penalty to me. And I bet if it was Porto, they would have got that penalty.
No, probably. Porto always gets penalties.
And I bet that's what they were angry about. It's like, why can't we get this fucking
Yeah,
penalty?
I feel like I remember
Porto
that,
gets
and it's
every
like-
little penalty.
Yeah, the way the refs go. Rigged.
Rigged.
Rigged, bitch.
Yeah.
Then Benfica play 5th place Paços Ferreira. Oh, the same old story. Eustáquio gets a red card.
That's the same
for
old
his
story?
That's the
studs.
same old story.
Yeah.
It's the first time I've heard
Story.
of Eustáquio getting a red card.
No, it's Benfica getting playing a man down for like most of the game.
Man up.
Man up.
Playing man up, sorry. Benfica started racking up yellow cards. Diogo Gonçalves scores
Nice
with
goal.
a blast goal.
From the side.
Yeah, and then Rafa takes advantage of probably that player, that man down, and he gets the ball from half, and he's just like running through an open field, and then he scores it. Seferovic scores a really sweet chip from a nice through ball.
The ball was from Tarap, who had
Yes.
an amazing game.
Yeah.
I hate to admit.
It's easy to have an amazing game with extra man on
That's
the
true.
field.
Man up. They pretty much controlled the whole
This
game.
is where Seferovic and Tarap thrive.
Exactly.
There's
They
one
have a
less
huge
guy on the
advantage.
Yeah.
field. This is like training for me.
Seferovic scores again, and then he sets up Darwin, and they win 5-0.
That was really nice of Seferovic to set up Darwin. He
could have shot it. I saw that. He
Mhm.
could have passed, or
and
he could have went for the goal.
He dinked it across to Darwin, which was nice.
From Pizzi to nice little pass to Seferovic, and then
Yeah.
it passed over to Darwin. Afterwards, Darwin started to cry a bit.
He's,
I
He-
need to score a goal.
He hasn't scored or done anything in a while, so then Seferovic gave him this goal. So
Oh,
like,
that's a
it
nice-
was
you
like
know
a
what?
nice moment.
Boost the confidence.
He really
Seferovic went
needed
up a
it.
notch in my book,
Yeah,
guys.
this is nice.
he did it. He went up a notch in my
Seferovic
book
seems
too.
like a good guy
Yeah.
and good person. Good
So
teammate.
Sad. The
changes.
guy's gonna cry. We're talking about the new generation being so soft. It's like this guy's crying. I scored a goal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he seems emotional. Kid.
My job is to score, and I finally did it.
Maybe he'll come
But
back
so-
with a fury.
Where Seferovic like turned on one of the goals, he turned away from the net and just blasted in with his left foot. And you look at that and you're like, why can't you do that more often? Like, you know what I mean? Then I would like you a lot, you know? And it was just like, it was a really great goal, really well taken.
Yeah, he just did that out of nowhere. Turned and shot.
Yeah, boom, bang. And that's what we want out of our strikers, like, you
Because
know.
normally they're playing against the full team.
But if you showed me this guy playing and like I didn't know who it was, and you're like, this is Benfica striker, I'd be like, sign this guy for 5 more years.
Which guy, Seferovic?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you just showed me this game and I didn't know who it was.
Yeah.
But what do you guys
He's
think of
making you guys a believer.
So wait,
Yeah,
no,
he's
no, no.
Day
trying.
by
Well,
day.
this game was really good for him.
No, he'll always have this one game and then he'll have another game that just frustrates the hell out of you.
Yeah.
I got more to say about Benfica, as
Go
I
for it.
always do. So you're saying that wasn't a red card?
Oh, it was 100% a red card.
Yeah,
Okay,
we all
then-
think it was
No, no,
red.
no. This is gonna be my point. Of their last 4 games, they've had 3 games where they've played a man up for at more than the second half.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
When they played Boavista, they got a red card in the 8th minute,
81 minutes.
81 minutes. I looked at the replay.
82.
100%. It was 100% a red card. It was the right call.
Mhm.
And even on the weekend when Eustáquio went in, 100% right call. Like he went in studs up to that guy's shin.
It was Weigl.
Yeah,
I heard that he apologized to Weigl after.
yeah. He's when he saw the replay, he was like, shit.
Shit.
The Braga game was the only one that was iffy, and that was the second yellow in the 39.
Probably because it was the toughest team to beat. That's
Yeah.
probably why.
It was 2 yellows though.
But yeah, that was. I mean, 2 games they were for sure reds.
Now, do we want to bring up the Porto penalty statistics for the year? And we go through every single one and look
Like
at them
12,
and
I
judge
think.
them.
Well,
Benfica has 1.
Funny you say that. Sergio Oliveira has 12 goals this season, so probably 10 penalties of the 25 games.
And 2 free kicks.
But yeah, here's the top scorers of the season. We got Seferovic, ties the leader, Pedro Gonçalves. Sergio Oliveira in third with 12 goals. And then Taremi and Carlos Jr.
The thing I'm looking at here the most with Seferovic is that age, 29. This is the perfect time to offload him. This guy, he's only going to drop off. This is the best Seferovic
true.
we have.
Yeah,
Sell
you
him
got
to like
sold.
sell him to like a mid-table Spanish team, like a Sociedad.
Someone that needs goals. And then we say, we have a guy that scores goals. He scores so many goals. This guy's the best goal scorer you ever fucking seen.
7 of Sergio's goals are penalties.
He's got some blasties in there. Also, this guy Beto on Portimonense, he's 23, he's Portuguese. He's been racking up goals. He's been very impressive. I think he's like the next big buy for one of the big teams.
I think Sporting has been linked with him, yeah.
I think they're one of the big guys are gonna poach him.
Benfica's linked with that Rodrigo Pinho from
Timo.
No real great goal scorers this year. Like
No, it's
amazing
slow
strikers in the Portuguese Superliga.
Well, it was Pedro Gonçalves.
Pedro Gonçalves, yeah, he's not really a
he
striker,
started-
but he started hot. Yeah,
He's attacking midfielder.
He started hot, and I feel like he has like 3 or 4 like hat tricks, which is impressive. But then it's like of 23 games, you've scored in maybe 10, but you rack up a bunch of goals in games that are blowouts.
But then the goal scoring goes, so does Sporting, right? So like Sporting's dropped off lately. They've been tying a lot of games.
Yeah,
Haven't lost a game yet. Chris loves that.
Of course I do.
But then the draws come and then you're losing points.
And then you got to buy Carlos Jr.
Yeah.
Fabio Contrao.
So this was a great game. Boavista versus Rio Ave, 3-3. 2 notable things. The Rio Ave player, they take a penalty. He took one of the worst penalties I've ever seen in my life. Like, it was just one of those slow run-ups, but not from very far away.
Mm-hmm.
And you know the guy's not going to get much power on this shot. And he didn't. And then the goalie just waited for him to shoot, dove to which side it was going, and just stopped it so easily. And you're like, why would anyone take a penalty like that? Like, you think you're clever?
He's
I don't know.
cocky. He's cocky.
Yeah, but like that no run up, you know you're not going to get a lot of power. It's very rare you can get a lot of power from like it's almost 0 or very slow run up.
I think they're waiting for like the goalie to move, but like if the goalie sees you just running slowly, they're like, okay, I'll just wait.
Yeah, exactly. Like the goalie's gonna smarten up and be like, if you don't do the crazy Bruno
How dumb do you think the goalies
Bruno
are?
skip, then it's like, well,
You have no power here.
yeah. At the last minute, they're trailing, and the corner kick just falls to Fabio Contrao, takes one step, and just low blasts it right across. Very nice for him to get the tying goal in the last minute in the extra time. That's great.
He did.
I love this guy.
Looked like it meant a lot. to
I
him.
always like that.
Oh, yeah.
player.
Yeah, everyone did. No one disliked him.
Why did he didn't get called up for Portugal anymore?
He's
Like,
just
what
really
happened?
fizzled out.
He's old.
He's older now. He has injury problems.
But still, it was like, I don't know, was he injured?
His big thing back then was like speed and ball control, and like he was an attacking threat as well as defensive, and he was good
He
defensively.
kind of slowed down at Madrid after.
Marcelo took his job.
No, I know, but even just like, I feel like as he got older, he lost his speed.
Mhm.
He didn't train hard enough.
Well, yeah,
Maybe
that was
that's
his
why.
That was his like last big club. Like he went back to Portugal after
Sporting. And then he couldn't even stick it at Sporting. He ended up at Rio Ave. Then I had Beto Portimonense scores. They beat Guimarães 3-0. Guimarães is just getting fucking roughed up, man.
I know.
Had a bad couple weeks.
They fired their coach, I think.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah, they lost their last 5 games. Oh, they're not even in the top 5 anymore.
Ouchie wawa.
Alrighty, João Wonder time.
Fuck it. I'll vote for Ronaldo Sanchez this week. I saw the assist and the goal, and they're still first place in the French league. I'll give it to him.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Andre Silva.
I was gonna say Andre Silva
Coming back,
as well.
coming against Wolfsburg, like another top team to hold it down to lock in the Champions League spot.
Yeah, got an assist and a goal.
Yeah, still fighting Holland for the,
Yeah, keep scoring.
Second place.
second place. Yeah, Holland's,
In the goal scoring.
all the news around Holland is massive, and it's like this guy's holding it down. He's literally doing a better job than Holland.
But he's getting less than half the press.
Exactly. So
They're similar players in that, like, they're target men, kind
Yeah.
of. But Holland's got a little more power, I feel like.
yeah.
He's a little more lethal.
I'll say Fabio Silva.
Okay.
Well, you said just the guy with an assist.
for making
That's
the pass.
true. That's
It was
true.
a beautiful
Yeah,
assist, and they
set
won the
up-
game.
Set up Traore and they
That's
won.
true,
You know what?
All Traore had to do was do that amazing shot after.
Just that amazing shot, top corner,
I will say
short side, stonker. Yeah.
Once I did hear Andre Silva, I was like, oh, yeah, actually, I'll pick him. So, it's Andre
And then
Silva.
I did the same thing. I was like, no. I'm going to do my own
Oh,
thing.
pick a different Silva. Alrighty, Andre Silva makes it into the João Wonder Hall of Fame.
What's your pick, ass clown?
Me? Oh,
You
Andre
disagreed.
Silva.
Oh,
He-
okay.
I said,
he
yeah,
agreed.
Andre Silva.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I missed that.
You ass clown.
I was like, you just let us pick. You just sit there without having to pick anything.
Alrighty, just want to remind you guys, follow us at João_Wonder on Twitter, on Instagram, at The Portugal Corner, as well as on YouTube. For questions or comments, email us at theportugalcorner@gmail.com. Please subscribe, Wherever you get your podcast, leave a rating and review. That'll be helpful. Thank you. Next week, I don't have the games planned, so
Whatever happens,
Just
happens.
it.
Whatever.
whatever happens, happens.
All
Watch
these
all,
listeners are gonna watch the games anyways. We don't gotta tell them what's on.
watch all the soccer.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah, thanks.
I think I'm cute. I know I'm sexy. I've got the looks that drives a girl wild. I've got the moves that really move them. I said chill up and down their spine. I'm just a sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy.